Hey everybody, Kyle here, and welcome to the next video in this series of bonus videos. So in the last part I did actually, we did all of the challenges in the Tokyo Underground sewage facility and then the bottom point of the sewage facility. So in doing that, we unlocked Poison Jam, who is a pretty beefy character, and he seems like he's slow, so I'm not going to play as him. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and go back to 0 beat. So next on the list is Hikage Street, and these challenges aren't really too bad, but they did give me a little bit of trouble when I was practicing them, but we should be okay. So we have a graffiti challenge, a tech challenge, and then a flag challenge for Hikage Street. So let's go ahead and get started on the graffiti challenge. So we have to do this in less than 11 minutes. And as you can see, there's graffiti in basically each of the areas here. We're going to go straight for the center one and then kind of go to either side. It really doesn't matter after that. But the main issue with this area and this graffiti challenge is actually finding spray cans. They're kind of like sparse in this area, so that can cause a little bit of problems. But there's only one spray point in the center area, so that's why I'm going for that first, because we're going to go through this and we're going to collect graffiti on the way, and then when we get to the point, you know, we'll use a little bit of the graffiti. So yeah, basically we're doing this first because we can get lots of spray cans, and then we only have to use them on one point that's at the top of this area. And then we can go to the other areas where there's like less spray cans. So yeah, that's my thought process behind this. So I just realized this isn't really going to matter when you guys see this video. But I actually had some issues with the recordings that I did for Rokakudai Heights and Chuo Street. Like they both got messed up somehow. So, oh, by the way, that graffiti that I just sprayed, I call that the sex bang because it reminds me a little bit of Danny Sex Bang for some reason. And I just find that hilarious. Anyways, so something happened with the recording and like the video got messed up. So what I'm going to have to do is go back and re-record those parts. So that makes me a little frustrated because I thought that I only had to do like 6 more of these videos at this point, but now I have to go back and redo those 2. So that sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so going this way, there's a lot of like big points here that we're gonna have to get, and they don't really put a lot of graffiti here. You can find some in some of these back areas, but that really throws off your time. So if you're trying to like speed through this, I don't know exactly how you would do that. Like I'm definitely not an expert at this game, and I'm definitely not a speedrunner, so I can't really say how people would do it. But my assumption is that you would have to really just get like the right routes. Because here we got a big point, and we don't have enough graffiti to finish it, even with going to that center area first. And if you come here, like if this is the first area you're going towards, you're not going to have a lot of graffiti when you come here. And like you're not going to find a lot. There's a lot of blue spray cans, but those only give you 5. Okay, so if we get through this area in a sort of timely manner, we should still be okay on time, because we'll just have the other area to go to. Okay, so we've got a big one here, which I think we can get, because these are only like what, 5? Yeah, or 6. Okay, the point up here is only, it's a 3 or a 1, so when we get up to that, we should be okay regardless of how many spray cans we have. Now here, if you want to save yourself some time, take those little shortcut jumps, and those will be useful for when we do the capture the flags here. Just be careful because, woo! Oh, I almost missed that jump. But there's times where you'll think you can actually jump, and there's actually going to be a shortcut for you, but you'll find that there's not, and then you'll fall off. Or maybe you won't do that, but I definitely did that, and it really flubbed me up. So here you want to jump right there. Nope, that's for the capture the flag. Actually, no. I was right, because you want to get this point right here. Okay. Oh, I thought I had messed up there for a second, but I didn't. Alright, so we're 4 minutes in. We've got just the other area to go to. Now, one thing you can do, and one thing I should do, is actually go to some of these back areas because, well, I guess we're going a little quicker than I thought we were, but at some point, these actual, like the graffiti cans will respawn. I don't know how long the timer is on those, but I mean, I would think that it was enough for me to be able to grab some of those on the way towards this area. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these cans, and we'll keep on going. Now, these long ones right here, they really mess you up because they do take a lot of spray cans. Unfortunately, some of these... Oh, okay, that was good. I was going to say that some of these back areas only have health in them. But that one, which I don't think I used in my practice file, that one had a bunch of graffiti. So that was well worth the time to go and check that one out. What's here? Oh, okay, never mind. I said that a lot of these back areas have health in them, but apparently they also have graffiti. And I will not complain about that. And another really long one, unfortunately. Let's see, is there more graffiti back here? Yes. All is well, sort of. All will be well when we have this challenge done. Okay, and we've got one more point to get, and it's at the top of this area. Now, one thing you can do, and for some reason I didn't do this when I was practicing this, but you can actually grind up this and get on that, and that takes you basically to the top of this area. So that saves you a lot of time. And I don't know why I didn't do that in when I was practicing this, but now we're gonna have to jump. Not there, but I think we were just... Oh, poop. That's alright. we're doing really good on time, so that wasn't like a deathly error or anything. So I think this spray is actually one we had to do for the Immortals. Like, it's in the same position as one of the ones we had to do for the Immortals. And did I jump at the right spot? Yes, I did. Okay, sweet. And there we go. And that's the jet ranking. And now we'll go ahead and do... Oh, poop. Poop. Ah, I hate when I accidentally click on these. Well, I'll be back whenever I finish this. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so... to get the tech challenge, we have to have... Or the jet ranking in the tech challenge, we have to have more than 2,700,000 points, which seems like a lot, but it's very easy to get points in this area. So, basically, okay, it actually starts you out in one of these areas. Okay, so, very, very, very simple. Just start grinding on these, and make your way to the top, and then back down, and by the time you've made, like, one complete lap, you'll have, like, 300,000 points already. So this is very easy. And there's really no need for me to show this because it is kind of a simple thing. So actually, you'll have way more than 300,000 points. Gosh. Alright, so I will meet you guys back when the timer has run out. I'll see you guys then. Alright, there we go. My final score was 3,119,000... No, wait, 3,191,500 points. And, of course, that was more than enough to get the jet ranking. Alright, so the last thing we have to do for Hikage Street is a flag challenge. And it looks like I already tried this. Or maybe No, I didn't. Okay. So the time to beat is 11 minutes and 8 seconds. So we'll go ahead and get started on this. Now this challenge isn't really that hard. It's the exact same challenge as when you did this in the actual game when you had to race the Love Shockers. Well, I mean, it was an optional thing, but yeah, if you did that, then you would be very well prepared for this. So the flags are in those exact same locations, and if you know where those locations are, then it makes this not really that hard. Probably the worst thing about this is getting on those damn stairs. That really slows you down. No, probably the worst thing about this is getting up to where the flags are in each of the areas. But there's shortcuts we can take, and now that we know about those, or now that I know about those and I can share them with you guys, this should be a lot easier of a thing to do. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. These flag challenges, I don't necessarily think that they get harder or that they even get easier, but I would say in general the challenges are pretty balanced throughout each of the areas. Like, one area isn't necessarily harder than the next. It might be more tedious. Like, for example, 99th Street, I hate it, but it was more tedious than more difficult than in the other areas. So I wouldn't just say, oh, Rapid 99 or 99th Street was just a hard area. The challenges were difficult. It's more that the challenges were tedious and that the area itself was tedious. And even like Sky Dinosaurian Square, which gave me trouble in the actual file, and when I was getting the Graffiti souls, like that area doesn't even seem hard once you know what you're doing. Okay, I just want to get down here. Alright. So yeah, when I practiced all of these challenges, they weren't really that bad. I did have to look up some videos for them because, you know, I wanted to know the best way to do the challenges, and so that I could get the jet ranking. And but yeah, I think now I'm pretty good on where all these are, or on how to do all these challenges, I mean. Okay, so we're at 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So far so good. Yeah, this area, I said it in my practice file and I'll say it again, but this area is so freaking crowded, and it just causes all kinds of mishaps to happen. But I think that's, you know, they meant this for this area to be crowded. So I can't really say much. And this flag is just right here out in the open. And then, of course, the last flag is going to be in the center area, which we haven't been to yet to find a flag. So we're going to head there now. And they put these flags like in the upper parts of these areas, but just like with the graffiti points, they're not that hard to get to, thankfully. Oh, and I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Yeah, but we're still doing phenomenal on time. Like, I don't know why they give you so much time to do this. I guess it's for people who didn't do the flag challenge in the actual game. Because like I said, it's optional. Like, you don't even have to return to Hikage Street once you come here the first time. So maybe they just did that so that those people who didn't do the challenges could kind of get used to this area and find out where the flags are. Okay. I stopped talking there for a minute. I guess I just didn't have anything else to say. But there we go. There's the flag. There's the Jets ranking. And we have unlocked the Love Shockers. They're actually pretty quick and agile characters, so I might actually use them in the next part. But yeah, so that's it for Hikage Street. Up next, we're going to have Kibogaoka Hill, which is just slightly more difficult than Hikage Street, or more tedious, I should say, because I said that none of the areas are really harder than the others. But anyways, so yep, that's it for now, and let's go on to Kibogaoka Hill.